Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shuttler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. And welcome in. It is time for the sports section. Yeah, as you guys know, if you've been watching Steve Shuttler Media at all this week, my voice has been not the very best, but getting better. We are Barnwired here in downtown Sigourney, a great place to get in for some coffee and some breakfast to get you going on a Saturday morning. Hey, I got AJ Johnson from KTVO hanging out as our host once again this week. Coming up later on, we've got Addison Adam from Cardinal Track. She'll be a guest on the show. We're going to start off today with North Mahaska baseball, which we just had on Steve Shuttler Media last night with an exciting win. AJ, I'll throw it to you.
Good morning, Shuttler heads. How's everybody doing? Appreciate you waking up early with us, as always. If we had to do it, and we're glad you're going to do it too. And I'm also glad that North Mahaska came in the clutch. That would be twice in the last 12 hours, if I'm hearing correctly. So congrats on the big win last night. That brings you guys to 9-7 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good spot to be. It's a winning record. That's what people want. Before we get going, we'll go ahead and introduce you guys to the audience. So we'll start down here. If you'll just give them your name and position.
I'm Luke Boonder. I play left field.
I'm Jack Kelderman. I play everywhere.
I'm Lucas Nenikoven, and I play shortstop.
And I'm the old guy, Kevin Kelderman. I'm the coach.
All right, Coach, you can keep the mic. We'll start with you, as I like to say, the elder statesman of the program. I love having people on who are older than me. It makes me feel better about myself.
Are you just assuming that? I don't know.
If it makes you feel better, I'm trying to be in denial for myself as I get older. So
I totally get that.
Coach, first and foremost, as I mentioned, 9-7 on the season. Got a good, nice win last night. How are you feeling about where your program is on this season right now?
We're a little inconsistent. We've kind of been up and down. We've had some great games. We've had some low games. But overall, I like the focus where we've been. Early on in the year, we were hitting really, really well. We're kind of in a lull right now, and I say that. Here we had 3 games within 3 days, and we go 2-1 in those games, and I think these guys would attest we barely hit the ball in 2 of those games, and we came out winners. So, you kind of got to battle through those lulls and slumps you have every season. But we're pitching, we're playing defense. If the bats come alive, kind of like how they were to begin with, we're going to be a tough team to end.
Yeah, you mentioned the inconsistency, but you guys, if I'm not mistaken, are third in your conference right now, right? You got some big hitters ahead of you, of course, and you got to see one of those teams this week and kind of feel like you guys are just on the bad end of them having a bad week and maybe took it out on you. But when you look at those teams above and, do you guys try to measure yourselves to them or figure out what you can do to kind of step closer to their level?
We know Sigourney and Linville Sully are both, ranked high sought-after teams. They've got, some dominating pitching. especially with Linville Sully, returning state champ. Sigourney lost one of their arms, that would have really fit into the mix, but they've got a lineup offensively up and down that's really tough to battle with. But you when you play them, you just want to make sure that you know that you have to play a complete game, and we hope we have another chance to play them. That'd be a good sign for us if we are, and when that time comes, we'll be ready.
One more for you before we turn it over to the players here. I'm a big culture guy. I always, with so many high schools in the area and inter-conference games and conference games themselves, every team has to have a certain culture that works for them. And how would you describe the way you like to set your culture for your squad?
They hear me talk about having fun from day one. I kind of have a philosophy that if we're going to have practice, it's not going to be more than an hour and a half. It's supposed to be fun. It's a high school sport. We kind of mess around together. Just a great group of kids, though, I would say. Just personality, their character. They have strong character, and so they're a fun group to be around. We've been fortunate. We've come through on quite a few one-run win ball games. Been on the top side of that, and obviously it's exciting when that happens. I know, like, Jack had the walk-off last night. I think Luke had a walk-off earlier against Montezuma, was it? And you were scoring the winning run last night. So it's fun when that stuff happens, and those make memories.
He brought the talent out. He brought the winners out. I said you guys were clutch. I didn't know I had the clutch squad up here on the panel. That's perfect. Well, hey, so would you guys agree? You guys been having fun this season?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Awesome. We'll start with Lucas.
Yep.
Nailed it. Steve, I'm getting good at these names, man. That's like 2 weeks in a row. I got it on the first try. I'm proud. Last night, you guys got the win over HLV.
Yep.
Second one.
Yep.
Both one-score games.
Yep. Yeah, both in extra innings, too. So.
It's very interesting that you got one-score wins twice against this team, but the games were completely different.
Yeah, very much.
Let's talk about the first one. 18-17, 35 runs between two teams. What's it like just being a part of a game like that?
It was fun. We everybody's hitting the ball well. Our defense wasn't the best, which was kind of hurting us a little bit. But all the high score games are always fun to play. So
when you're in the dugout, I don't know inning for inning, but let's say you go in and you put up 5 runs in an inning. And then they come in and they put up 6 runs in an inning. Like, how do you deal with that in the dugout? Like, what's your mindset? Just go back out and do it again, or?
I feel like my mindset's always just try and match them. So if they score 6, we're going to try and score at least 5, and if we can, get 6 or 7. So, yep.
Squiggly lines in the box score.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Squiggly lines in the box score.
That word does exist.
Yeah.
What would you say was the big difference from game one, where, again, 35 runs between two teams, and then last night it took you 1 run in extra innings?
Yeah. I'd say like Coach said, we've been in a lull hitting, and we haven't been hitting great. So that hurt us a little bit last night, but our defense has been really good lately. So that's, I feel like, what kept it close till the end. So.
All right. I bragged about the first one. Let's see if I can do it twice in a row. Jack.
Jack.
Oh, hey, honestly, I'm not going to lie. The way I guessed, I was like, I'm probably so far off. I'm glad I was much closer than I
You're really
thought.
close, yeah.
All right. Maybe, you just kind of look like a Jake, So Jake, wow.
I'll take it as a compliment.
I appreciate it. If you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's absolutely a compliment. Jake Peralta is the best person on TV, so that's a gem for you. Now you have something to watch. Right. Jack, thinking about this season so far, what would you say has been like the makeup of your squad? Like, when you look at your team, you think about where you guys have been, what you've been through, and where you got to now. What would you say has brought you to this point?
I would just say us together as a whole team, we're really close together as a group. We like to have fun a lot. We like to mess around with each other, but we know when it's time to be ready, it's time to be ready and serious. And we have fun and we're serious at the same time. We love to compete, and I would say that's kind of been like a makeup of our team this year. We just love to compete.
What's the strength of your team? What do you think you guys do really well?
It's really up and down. Like you said, we started the season off hitting the ball 1 through 9. We were just hitting the ball super well. I think we were like 350 as a team. Recently, it has been our defense and pitching. Jackson Vanderveer has done really well on the mound recently. And yeah, we've played good defense behind our pitchers, and that's been the strength recently. But it's just fluctuated throughout the season.
Was there a point where it just kind of came together, like with the inconsistency, but you maybe in the beginning you were hitting the ball well, and if that tailored off, now you guys are playing good defense. What happened? Where was the switch?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Baseball is a game where you fail most of the time, and you just got to get back up and keep trying. And we've had our ups and downs, and we just got to – when we get to the point where we're hitting and playing defense well, we're going to be a scary team. So,
I hear all the time in baseball and softball the term "flush it," and it's basically kind of what you're talking about here. And to me, I always like to look for the deeper things in a terminology. And like while we just talk about it for baseball, how would you say you guys would translate that into life? Like when you flush a bad play, you get back out there, you hit again, or you make the next throw, whatever it may be. But really in life, when things happen like that, you can flush it and move on. How would you say you would translate that?
I would just say you always got to bounce back. Like you said, in baseball, there are ups and downs, and there are ups and downs in life too. And I think baseball is a great game because it teaches you about failure, a lot. Like baseball, 3 out of 10 is considered good. And you're failing most of the time when you do that. So it teaches you a lot about life and how to come back from failure.
Well, I'm about to go 2 for 3 because this next name is super simple. All right, so Jeffrey. No, I'm kidding. It's Luke, not Lucas. It's kind of like I got a cheat sheet. I'm proud of that one. Let's look ahead for you here. You got about 8 games left on the season. How do you guys plan on finishing out strong?
Hopefully we can pull. We can like we said, we've been inconsistent. So hopefully we can pull all of our positives together, and we can finally start hitting good and play defense at the same time. Then I think we'll be able to compete well.
Out of those 2, those have been the big ones for you guys. You hit well sometimes, you play good defense sometimes. If there was one of them to hang your hat on that you thought would give you guys the most success for the rest of the season, which would it be and why?
I think defense wins games a lot of the time. So I think if people can't score, like last night we kept them to 0, but we didn't hit very well, but we still eventually won. So I think defense.
I know you walked it off last night, but what would you say was the best play of last night's game? Like the moment of the game that was like, this was probably the capper and why we won.
I think it's the walk-off personally.
Yeah. It's like we got it done when we had to get it done. Everything else, flush it, right? I had a question. It was right there, and then I made a joke and it's gone. So we're just with the 8 games left. Then you guys go to sub-state. I mean, what's the goal from this point?
Continue winning.
Are you not looking ahead in sub-state, a playoff run, or anything of that nature?
I'm not really the type of guy to do that too much. I kind of just take it as it comes, and then we'll worry about it when it comes.
8 games. You got Montezuma again, I think. That's the next one up, right? Yeah. You guys beat them the first time around?
We did.
How do you get it done again?
Defense. Hopefully we'll pitch them out a lot, and we just keep hitting like we did against them last time, hopefully.
Let's get you on a personal note. What's your we'll keep it in baseball, don't worry. I'm not going to dig into your life too far right now. Maybe later in life, but we'll for you on the field, what's your favorite part about playing baseball?
I like how we get really excited after we get outs and stuff, and I like how we all communicate after we have positives in the field. And as an outfielder, I feel like our outfield group gets together or just loves to hang out together, and we get along very well. So, yeah, I think just the camaraderie of
That's
it.
the one.
Yeah.
Jack, what about you? What's your favorite part about playing the game of baseball?
I would just say after a game, just getting the win. Wins always feel good. Like we said, there's always ups and downs. There's always wins and losses. But just the feeling of a great game played, especially when you play well as a team and you get a good team win, that's always my favorite part of baseball.
They got 2 good ones. I'm going to challenge you to find a different one.
Well, geez, I don't know. I really enjoy the team aspect of it. I feel like just congratulating each other when somebody else does good and feeling the same thing when you do good, that everybody is just celebrating in your success and turning into the team's success. So I feel like that's my favorite part.
So you guys may not know, I work with KTVO. I'm the sports reporter there. I cover about 15 teams. You guys are outside of where I cover because I guess you guys want to watch like KCCI or something. But I love those guys. I love you, Scott. I love you, Shannon. You're great. But I have had the opportunity to watch you guys play in a couple other sports. I haven't seen you play baseball yet. I'm sure it'll happen, though. But one thing I can say about North Mahaska is there's always an energy around your athletics. Like, basketball season was fun. I got to watch you guys play Moravia for the boys, and then the number 1 and number 2 girls game against EBF was a highlight of the season early January. Lucas, I'll start with you. Being a Warhawk, what does that mean to you?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I feel like it's something to be proud of. I don't feel like we've ever been the best team, but I always feel like we're always a good competitive team that will give everybody a run for their money. So for me, I really enjoy kind of being the underdog that's good. So,
Jack, where do you think the energy of North Mahaska athletics comes from, the competitiveness, the fire that you guys have?
It might sound repetitive, but, I mean, we always compete. All of our teams are competitive. They always compete. They always play their hardest. We always have different kind of styles than everyone else, which makes it kind of fun. And we have fun with it, which I think helps our competitiveness when you can have fun and compete at the same time.
You guys play any other sports?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I always feel like, as soon as I ask it, like, I feel like those schools, like in North Mahaska, that's a little smaller, like, everybody plays every sport.
Yeah.
All play
And I was
basketball.
like, so you looked really familiar, and I know it was from basketball.
Yeah.
And because I feel like I remember you giving buckets to Moravia. But
Yep.
So, like, do y'all carry that over? Like, all right, so we didn't get it done in basketball season. Now let's show what we can do on the baseball diamond, and we'll give that one to Luke.
I feel like we did get it done during
It's fair.
basketball,
Fair point.
I personally don't, though. I mean, a little bit. Like, I think about it a little bit, but it's not really what I'm thinking about fully when I'm going into a game. So.
All right, we'll have a fun question for you guys, and then, now let's go to Coach, and then we'll come with you guys at a fun question here. Coach, as we go ahead and get to the waning parts of the said moments, talked about it, 8 games left on the season, and, they have goals, and coaches are always – I know you're going to give me some coach talk, but, let's give the audience some fan talk here. And what's the focus for these last 8 games?
The focus is really just getting us to the point where hopefully at the end of the season we're playing our best baseball. Again, I preach from day one about just enjoying the game. It's a high school sport. You're supposed to have fun. And I truly believe that. These guys are fun to be around just because of their character. Yeah. We've got good kids with strong faith that know how to handle themselves, and that's what I appreciate most about them. But I want them to have those memories, to have those long-lasting relationships that they remember a walk-off here, a fun time there, a great experience, and just I want them what's best for them. I want them to finish on a pinnacle and to finish with as much fun and memories as they can.
Absolutely. I mean, I echo that. That's as much as, we love the thought process of winning, and, the fans in the stands want to see wins. And as a sports guy, and I think a lot of other people do this as well, you forget you're watching high schoolers sometimes. Yes. You forget there's a lot more to it than just the sport you're watching as a fan. So I'm always about it when, coaches are obviously really good at looking at the second level for their team. And so I definitely echo that. But at the same time, it's more fun when you are winning. And, brackets just came out, so now you're looking at a postseason whether you want to or not, How do we take the end of this season into that first postseason game and start thinking about a deep run?
We play a game every so often. It's 21 outs, and it's going to take 21 outs in every ball game unless it ends early.
Yeah.
But we want 21 outs and to be successful. Jack, he mentioned Jackson Vanderveer, who's done a great job pitching for us. Jack has done a nice job pitching for us. Defensively, we've played really good ball games, but again, we want that consistency. We see who we're going to play. We can't take at that point, you can't take any game lightly. You got to bring your best effort. You got to bring your best game. And the best part is I know these guys are going to do everything they can to make sure that we keep playing. They're going to bring that attitude. They're going to bring hey, this is it. We're here. We got great community support. They're going to be there, and so they'll be behind us, and our parents will be there. Got great support from them, and so we just got to be ready, and it's my job to get them as ready as they can be.
All right. I like to try to do one fun question before we let you go. I gave you all the pressure questions and made you guys interview, which you all did a great job. This one's easy. We'll keep it in. Well, you guys do play every sport, so we'll expand it. Luke is.
Yep.
I actually had a Shetler moment. My throat actually stopped. When I forgot your name, I just couldn't talk for a second. Favorite athlete and why?
For any sport?
Yeah. I was going to do baseball, but you guys play everything. So.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
It is,
I watch a lot of sports, and I don't know if I could pick one specifically, but I enjoy watching a lot of sports.
Who are you shuffling between in your mind? Give me a couple then that you're like, maybe this guy, maybe this guy, maybe this girl.
I wasn't old enough to watch, but MJ was seeing his highlights is really cool. He was a great player, so that's just one that comes to mind that was fun to watch. So
whoever his parents are, you've done well.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
MJ, I was old enough to watch, and you're not wrong. That's definitely a person to model your game after. Maybe not the mentality of a human all the time, but as an athlete, absolutely. Yeah. Jack, what about you?
I'm going to give you a couple names.
All right, let's do it.
First of all, Shohei Ohtani. I'm a Dodgers fan. He pitches and hits.
Yeah.
That's just cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to give you Tim Tebow. Growing up watching him, I love how bold he is with his faith, and I just love the way he plays the game, and he's a great leader. So he's a good guy to look up to.
Fun story. So my hometown is actually Gainesville, Florida, and now you'll find out how old I am. My college years was the year that Tebow got to Florida, and met him like once or twice at a party. And he's exactly who you think he is, because he sat in the corner on the chair, didn't do anything other than just sitting on the corner of the chair. He was just there with his friends. And you're right, though. He's a very inspirational person through and through, from everything I've seen and watched him on the platform. So, again, another great person to catch a model after. All right, Luke, top it. Who's yours?
I have never really watched sports, so I'm going to say Stone Tremmel. He's a guy on our team. He's a junior. I never get bored watching him, so.
That's awesome.
He's my favorite.
That's good support right there. None of these guys didn't make the list.
Oh, well, I mean, they're entertaining to watch too, but he's on like a different level. He's my catch partner, so.
Awesome. What do you watch? No sports. What's your pastime?
I farm.
All right. To each their own. No judgment. No hate. You get it how you live it. Well, fellas, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for waking up with us and coming out to the Shetler Media Show for the sports section. I hope I run into you guys at a game and see what you're made of on the diamond, and wish you luck for the rest of the
I'll throw in
8
one
games.
question, AJ. How about the seniors? What are your future plans?
You start?
Okay.
You start.
I'm going to Indian Hills. I'm going to be a machinist.
All right.
I'm going to UNI for physical education teaching.
I am yet undecided,
All right.
but it's been a rule for a long time that I have to go to college. It's always been my dad's rule. So the rule is that I only have to go for a quarter, so only half a semester before I can go work for the family company. So I don't know where yet, but planning on a quarter. So
All right. Well, I don't know. This might be your last time on this particular show. If so, thank you guys for being on. I know I've seen your faces before. Obviously, we've covered a lot of North Mahaska sports, and some of you have come to Sigourney for the show before. So appreciate all your time here on Steve Shetler Media. North Mahaska taking on Mormon Trail on July 5th, correct? In the first playoff game. So I think we're going to be covering North Mahaska baseball and softball for postseason. So might be seeing that here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, YouTube, and Skunk River Radio Facebook. So, guys, thanks for coming in this morning. Always appreciate North Mahaska folks. You guys are always super nice to Josh and I when we come up to New Sharon and cover your games. So appreciate North Mahaska baseball. You guys stay tight. We've got to get a picture, but let's go to our commercial break, and then we're going to come back with Addison Adam after this.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
We are always looking for ways to improve, and we do that by embracing new and better technologies.
With each of us having our own areas of expertise, we collaborate together to give you the best care possible.
Striving to give you the best smile, we believe doing things right the first time saves you both time and money.
And we're back here on the sports section here at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney on what's going to be a hot day here in southeast Iowa. And we do thank you guys for tuning into the sports section. We thank North Mahaska Baseball for being in on our previous segment. We do welcome in Addison Adam from Cardinal Track. Addison, we've been trying to get you on for a while now. It finally has worked out. And you brought, in fact, AJ, before we get going, we should mention that Addison is our reigning Athlete of the Year winner. Yeah. I asked Addison to bring the championship belt with her that she won last year. So
hold it up,
Addison. Welcome to the show, and show us that belt that you won last year.
Champion.
We are the champions.
I'm sure if she held that up vertically, it would be as tall as she is.
Probably.
Have you worn it a few times?
One time.
One time? Did you got pictures?
Yeah, with him.
I'm just saying, if I had a Steve Shetler Athlete of the Year belt, I'd be wearing that around the house all the time.
Yeah.
You're missing an opportunity, Addison. Morning, Addison. How are we today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing the best I can. Thank you for waking up early with us. We appreciate it, because otherwise it'd just be me and Steve here just talking to each other, and nobody ever wants to see that. So you brought the fans in today, and we appreciate it. Let's jump right in. Do you remember the first time I interviewed you?
I don't know. I think kinda a little bit. I think I was confused.
Confused and
I
nervous.
didn't know who you.
This, in your defense, I needed a story, and I was lacking for them. And I reached out to Strasco, my buddy, and found out you guys had, I think, qualified either for Drake. I think it was for the Drake Relays last season. You guys qualified.
Oh, yes, I remember that now.
Come out to Sigourney, and I got the whole team. I got everybody but Addison, and she was everywhere but where she needed to be. We finally find her on, like, the south end of the Sigourney field, and she's just like, who is this guy with the camera talking to me?
I remember that now.
Ever since then, anytime I see Addison, I give her a hard time and just make some jokes in her way. But you've always been fun, and I thank you for that. So.
Yep.
I'm glad to be interviewing you here again. Probably one of the last opportunities I'll have to do it. So we're going to have a good time with it. And for the people at home, Addison Adam is a track star. Strasco told me if you need somebody crossing the finish line for your video on the 200-meter, just be at the finish line. Addison Adam will be the first one crossing. And sure enough, there she was. As a sprinter, which one is your favorite event?
That's kind of hard because it depends on like how I do. So like some meets I'll do better in the 100, and then I don't do very good in the 200, and like I don't like the 200 at all.
So it
It
fluctuates.
just depends.
It's fluid,
yeah,
huh?
it depends.
So
But I'm gonna have to say the 100 because I feel like the 200 is like a love-hate relationship. You like it, but then you don't.
So, like, with the 200, though, are you, like, I mean, is it more – I feel like this is an easy question, but, like, as a sprinter, you know it's a different answer. Is it more important for you to get that solid start or that last finish?
I think both. Like, I feel like I have to get a good start and a good finish. Like, I just have to go all the way through. Like, sometimes I slow down at the end because I'm tired, but I just have to keep on going. I don't know. I think it's mostly the finish a little bit. Just because even if you get out slow, you can still have time to, like
Make it up
yep.
and fix whatever you did
Yep.
wrong in the beginning. That's fair. That's fair. How did you get into track?
What?
How did you get into track and field?
Into track. When I was in 4th grade, we'd have like little meets at my old school. So I just started doing those, and then I just kept doing it like the more I got older.
Do you remember your first race?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was
Were you in 4th grade?
yeah, I got first, so it was good. I don't know my time, so all I know it was good. It was good. I won my 100 and 200 both, so yeah.
And a track star was born. That's all it takes sometimes. You're just in school and they have an event and an activity and you go and do it and you're like, oh, I won, and now you want to do it forever. And
yep.
And you stuck with it. And I know Cardinal's happy that you did. And you've had a very successful career at Cardinal. I think one of the top runners they've had, right?
Yep.
What's it like being the track girl?
Honestly, it's awesome. I think like going to state my last 3 years, it was nice. It definitely sucked going by myself my senior year because I really wanted my team with me, but they were still there to support me, so it still felt like I wasn't by myself. Yeah. But all 3 years, I enjoyed it a lot.
Track's one of those interesting sports where, as much as it is a team sport, there's so much individuality to it as well, and especially for a sprinter, you know, like unless you're 4x1 or 4x2 and so on and so forth are with you, you know, you still want to make it on your own accords, and you did that in the 1 and the 2 this year.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, just crushing it. How were there any? What were the goals you had for this season, and did you reach them? Did you break them?
Obviously, my first goal was going to state again, and I reached that. Another goal was beating the record at Cardinal, which I didn't, but it was close.
What was the record?
12-19.
And where'd you end that season?
12-3.
Oh, so close.
Yes.
That's all right. What you do now is you go and you take your college career and you crush it, then you come back and beat the record anyways.
Yeah, just
count,
run one.
Just let them know you did it.
Yep. Just do one meet.
Yeah, right. So you are headed off to Mason City in North Iowa area community, correct?
Yep.
What was it about that school that drew you in?
Actually, that was like the last school. I wasn't even thinking about that school at all. I was thinking about this one school, but I decided to go last minute, and I just think like the facility was really nice. The coaches were awesome, and it was just like when you go, it's something like at first that you really like, and that's what like I liked about it.
You just kind of got there and felt right.
Yep. And I think getting out of like close around here, like going somewhere a little farther would be good for me.
I definitely commend you about that. As wonderful as the small communities here are, it's always nice to expand your horizons and see some new things because home's always there.
Yep.
You can always come back, and trust me, parents will welcome you with open arms no matter how much they tell you they want you out of the house when you're done. So like with the coaches in North Iowa, like did they tell you what their plans were for you or how they expected to strengthen your track career?
Definitely a lot more training.
Yeah.
And getting in the weight room every day. Didn't really explain much, but they definitely want to get a 4x1 team together. So.
And you're the anchor?
I don't know yet.
What's your training like now?
I do a club track, so Southern Iowa Track. It's like a little small track club in Oski, and I go there every Sunday and Wednesday and do like just like certain workouts like 200-meter repeats, like 50-meter repeats, a lot of plyos, a lot of band work, abs obviously. And when I'm not doing that, I go in the weight room sometimes and do like legs, arms, like all the other things that you're going to do in college. Just try to stay in shape.
Do you have like a training regiment for yourself? Like daily you wake up and do this, and this?
Well, I work in the mornings, so after that, usually I go to the weight room around like 2. And
Just get going.
Yep. Sundays I go at 7 to 9. And then Wednesdays I go 6 to 8.
So I way back when track was my thing.
Yeah.
My parents did it and passed it on to me. I was a little fast kid because I was always outside running around and picked it up. And I also enjoy the sprints. What a lot of people don't know though is as quick as it is for a sprint race to happen, there's so much of a mental game that goes on with it.
Yes.
Let's take us through you're on deck for a race. So from there to getting into the blocks to hearing the pistol to crossing that finish line. What to your best ability, what goes on through your head during those times?
I try not to think about it too much. I try just to tell myself that I'm going to do it, I'm going to win, and if I don't, it's okay. I can get the next race and all that. And I definitely listen to a lot of music before my races, like headphones and warming up, because I think listening to music just like takes me like not overthinking too much about it. So.
Is there a song you have to hear before a race?
No, not really.
Just anything? Is there an artist that you prefer?
No, anything.
Just throw it on?
Yep.
Music is the way to the soul. I don't blame you at all.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a different thought process between your 100 and your 200?
Yes. I think my first race, I'm always like the 100, it's always the first.
Yeah.
So I'm always more nervous, and then after the 100, I'm not as nervous for the 200 because my first race is already done with.
Do you hate that? Do you hate like the fact that the longer race is after you've already
Yes,
ran?
I hate that. I do hate that.
I remember thinking that. I was like, well, it would be really easy to have ran a 200 and now I just have to do a 100.
Well, that's how it was at state, so
that
we did
was
the 200
plus.
first.
Your state experience, and I was going to get to this, so thank you for bringing me to it. Last one, the atmosphere at Iowa State Track and Field is crazy, first and foremost.
Yes.
Like one of the best things I've ever seen. That's the one event I've gone to twice now that I've been here and always delivers. What was your state experience like? I know you said it was sad that your team wasn't with you, but you still had a chance to enjoy it. What was it like for you going back to the Louisville?
I actually think it was a lot more fun this year a little bit, just because I definitely did a lot better this year. Like, my times were better, I placed better, and I just think that was what I needed before leaving for my senior year.
I don't know how it happened, but we didn't even talk during state.
No, I didn't even see you.
I feel like when you run a race and you see that I'm there, like you run the 100 and then you run another one away from me.
I always try to walk away from all the interviews after my race because they come up to you and I'm like exhausted.
Strasco told me you don't like interviewing. I figured that out early, but when it was all said and done and you look back at Cardinal and your track career, how would you sum it all up?
I don't know. Just like it was a whole 4 years was amazing. I enjoyed it a lot, and just making it to state and all that, and definitely getting better and training, just like made it better too.
How'd your Cardinal coaches help you expand your talent for racing, for running?
Definitely a lot of hard training in the beginning, but then a lot of easy training in the end. And it just gets me ready for my races.
At the end, they kind of just knew what you were capable of and knew what you could do, and just kind of they knew you were kind of doing what you needed to do to make sure you're in the right position.
Yep.
Track and field is also, it's another one of those interesting sports. We talked about the individuality, but what a lot of people don't talk about is the community, because as much as you're racing other people, you want to beat other people, you're more so racing yourself.
Yes,
so
that's
those people kind of become your motivation. And, you guys have the privilege of running against a lot of the same people over and over again. So, who are some of the people that you got to run against that you enjoyed racing against?
Well, last year, Abby Chapman.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know her.
I know the name. I don't remember from which school that.
I ran against her a lot last year, but this year we only ran against each other like twice. But I really missed that because we're closer, so it's always fun racing against her and talking with her. But yeah, and another one would probably be Molly Schaefer, just because she always pushed me, because I always knew she was good.
Yeah.
And she always pushed me to be better, and it was always good talking with her a few times at track meets.
When you line up against these girls time and time again, is it like different every time? Like, is it like, all right, I beat this person last time, now I'm going for somebody else, or?
I think it's the same.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really go for anyone else. If I know, like, they're going to be there, it's just, like, I got to beat them or something. Like, or they're going to beat me, I got to do good or something like that.
This year, I feel like I watched you race Molly Moore from Centerville a lot.
Yes.
I mean, all the way through state. I think you guys were in the same races in state as well. Was she somebody that you kind of, like, measured yourself against? Or?
Yeah, a little bit this year. I don't remember running against her last year at all. But definitely this year, yeah.
She was there. She was there a lot this year. I think there was at least 3 races that I caught you guys at, and I always I talked to her about as much as I talked to you, and for a little bit I actually had to remember that Cardinal Red and Centerville Red were different, and you were not.
I think she's actually the most person I've ran against this year, I will say.
She did you get her at state?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I know you. I think you finished 15th.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't think she was in my heat. I think, well, she might have been in my heat for the 100. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think.
The races blend together after a while, right? Well, as we tend to wrap up, as you go forward, where are you setting your goals at the collegiate level?
Definitely getting faster. Definitely wanting to go D1 in the future. That's why I decided to pick Nyack, because it's 2 years and it helps me get better. And then in the future, if I do get better, I will want to go to D1.
Do you have any like number goals or like PR times that you're looking to reach when it's all said and done? And
Yep. So I'm hoping at least next year, I'm hoping to at least get down to like sub 11 or something. Or not sub 11, to the 11s. So sub 12.
Nah, shoot high. Sub 11 is a great spot to be. I mean, that sets you up really nicely for a lot of things. Are there any like places that, I don't know if you know your schedule or what it may look like? Are there any places you're looking forward to going to race at or going to run at?
Definitely. I don't know I think we are going to UNI. Definitely UNI. I think we are in college. I think.
And then, do you have any aspirations for track after college?
Not right now.
No.
I think I'm wanting to be a coach for track.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I always ask this to like the track athletes: is do you want to try and like run in Olympic qualifiers or things of that nature?
Honestly, if I get better, then yes. But right now, probably not.
Well, I think
It just depends.
I think that you would have a great time doing it, and I think you would surprise yourself at how well you would do. But that's just me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know, Steve, if you have
And then
any
we can look
questions.
back on this interview and say we had an Olympian on.
I mean,
sports section.
That's how I saw it going down.
How about you put your microphone down, pick up that belt again. I want AJ also to experience the championship belt because our tournament is going to be coming up. Maybe pick up your microphone again now. Sorry, I'm telling you what to do. So the tournament for our athlete of the year and our team of the year will be coming up in August, kind of when it's that dead time of the sports year in August when not much is going on. So last year in August, you ended up, if I remember right, you went against Nat Linder from North Mahaska in the championship.
Yep.
Again, 2 track stars from our area. And it was a tight battle to the very end. You ended up eking out the win. Again, AJ, is that belt legit?
This thing is real. Like this is, I now understand when you see in wrestling someone hit someone with a championship belt. I see why it hurts. This is heavy. This is real. You did it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure people realize that the pick it. Let me. There we go. Our world heavyweight champion, AJ Johnson. I want people to realize that what they're winning is a legitimate championship belt. So, it's heavy. It's not like some piece of plastic that's going to fall apart.
The inside is super comfy.
Yeah.
Soft, yeah.
Makes you want to cuddle it at night.
Stroke the furry wall.
So, congratulations on being the inaugural Athlete of the Year,
awesome.
Addison.
Couldn't have picked a better person.
Yeah.
Couldn't have picked a
So
better person.
make sure you take that belt with you to college.
Oh, I will.
And show it off.
Let 'em know.
And I'm sure you'll
I'll wear it
just-
to practice.
Yes. Run with it on when you're training for the Olympics.
That's how you get to sub 11. You train with that thing on.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll definitely you'll shave some seconds off for
Exactly.
sure.
But no, I appreciate you. We hadn't had anybody from Cardinal on our sports section show till last week with the baseball team, and now we're back-to-back weeks with the track star Addison Adams. So, Addison, it's great to have you on the show. Really appreciate you coming up this morning, and again, congrats on winning the belt last year on the tournament, and best of luck in the future.
Wish you all the luck in the world.
All right. So, again, that's Addison Adam with AJ Johnson. We're going to take a break, and AJ and I will wrap things up after this. The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Health care for where you are. Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or go to aerealtyinc.com.
Red, White, and Blue from Tassel Ridge Winery is one of Iowa's most popular red wines, and it's now available in cans. It's a sweet red wine that tastes like grapes right off the vine. Red, White, and Blue is great when served chilled and sipped as you sit on your porch watching the sunset or watching fireworks in the distance. Tassel Ridge Red, White, and Blue is available at about 350 retail outlets in Iowa. If you don't see Red, White, and Blue in cans or bottles, ask the manager to get it for you.
All right, we're back with one more segment here on the sports section, live at Barnwired in Sigourney. Get in here for some breakfast and coffee to get you going on this hot Saturday here in Southeast Iowa. What we're looking at on the screen right now is our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week, as voted on by our viewers and our engagers on Steve Shetler Media Facebook. Our Athlete of the Week with well over 400 votes this week is Addie Hill from Albia Softball. So congratulations to Addie. Lots of votes, lots of support from the folks in Albia. Albia Softball will be on the show next week. Maybe Addie will be amongst those that'll be hanging out with us. So Albia Softball's Addie Hill, our Athlete of the Week. And then our Team of the Week, Kelly Style State Farm Team of the Week is, and very deservingly so, Sigourney Baseball. Sigourney Baseball gets the Team of the Week. Of course, yeah, they're just rocking and rolling through this season and having a great year with high expectations. So, again, Sigourney Savage Baseball, Team of the Week, and Addie Hill from Albia Softball, our Athlete of the Week. As we mentioned, we were talking with Addison and Adam, who was just on the show. Our Athlete of the Year and Team of the Year tournaments will be coming up in August. One last segment here with AJ Johnson from KTVO. AJ, where are your travels taking you on this Saturday?
Well, let's go back first. I always like to say my piece on your Athlete and Team of the Week. Albia Softball. I'm excited to talk with them next week. And Addie Hill, I've now seen 3 Albia games, and each time I've gone to see them, she ended up being the pitcher. And let me tell you, they're in great hands going forward with the pitcher. She's got a cannon for an arm, and a sweet girl. And she's ready to make some big things happen. So you did right there. And then Sigourney Baseball just set us up so beautifully last week. I mean, coming on and having the Linville Sully game on Monday, and what a game. I'm gonna confess how bad I was last week, and they got up 6-0 in the 4th inning, and I was like, maybe I can go get softball in now. And I left that game.
Came back, and it was exciting.
I had to watch the rest of it on Thunder Country, and I'm just like, can't believe I'm on the way home right now. But they pulled out a good win in a tough week, so shout out to Sigourney Baseball. As always, your followers do a great job making the votes, because they always choose right, in my opinion. So I am headed to Oski today. They are having their 2nd softball tournament of the season. And for those who don't know, the Oskaloosa softball tournaments are always a blast. They normally do 2 a year, one at the front end of the season, one at the back end, 8 to 10 teams each time. And they fill up the entire Lacey Sports Complex. And so I got about 5 schools that I'll definitely be covering out there. Ottumwa, Albia, EBF, Oskaloosa, obviously, and I think Cardinals got their own. But yeah, so I'm going to go out there and try to get as many games in as possible. I know it's going to be a hot day, but I think I'm prepared for it. And
stay hydrated.
Yeah, I'm going to probably go grab a 6-pack of water and
there you go.
Make sure I keep that on the hip. So
Awesome.
Fun day ahead for me. I'm excited. So.
Yeah, and again, let's plug where people can find you if they want to maybe see some highlights from that tournament. Where can they tune in?
Yeah. So those will run Sunday night on Tri-State Trusted. That's ABC Channel 3 at 10 p.m. And then I'll have other highlights posted on my Facebook page, AJ Johnson KTVO. And I keep saying it. One day I'll get really good at X, formerly known as Twitter, and post some highlights there too. But you know, in my job, social media is supposed to be everything, but I understand why the really famous top-tier people have someone do it for them, because it's a lot. Social media is a lot.
Yeah.
So I try to do both, but I get stuck on Facebook, and I have a great Facebook content, so feel free to follow me on AJ Johnson KTVO there.
Definitely, and you are, of course, tagged in this video and on the pictures that I put up with our guests for today. So, AJ, great job as always. My voice...
We're done. We're letting you
out.
out.
It's actually getting better than it was here the last couple of days. So, AJ, appreciate you, and we'll do this again next week. Tune in for the sports section each Saturday, 8 a.m. live on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll also be putting the audio of this up on Skunk River Radio at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. So a couple of different ways to take that in. Otherwise, we'll see you again next week here from Barn Wired in downtown Sigourney.